Professor, Physician, Epidemiologist. I am Dr. Sri Banerjee. Hello, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And in this video, I'm going to be going to talk a little bit about monkeypox. Now, monkeypox, this is actually a virus that is being surveilled within the United States, and there's scientists are keeping a close eye on this. So in the Centers for Disease Control, there's good information on this and the current geographic distribution. It's not likely, currently scientists are saying it's not likely that this will turn into another pandemic, but cases have been circulating already. The first cases were actually found in the 1950s, specifically in the year 1958, when 2 outbreaks took place of pox-like disease. It was first described as pox-like disease. And here are some pictures that depict some of the historic depictions of how this looked. So the it occurred in colonies of monkeys initially, and so it was known as monkeypox because it was only known in monkeys. But then something curious happened, and in 1970, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the first human case of monkeypox was found. So there was an intensified effort to eliminate smallpox during that time. So this is when monkeypox got discovered as well. So this has been reported off and on in Central and Western African countries. And so now, of course, it's being closely monitored within the states because it has been found within the states. It's not clear how people were exposed to monkeypox. Cases did include in individuals who self-identified as men who have sex with men, and then also there have been consistent monkeypox cases in gender or even regardless of sexual orientation. So anytime if you see anyone who has some sort of rash illness, which is consistent with monkeypox, then even if you haven't traveled to a monkeypox endemic area, then you should probably be able to, you should probably recognize it and just allow it to take its course, kind of take a look at what the infection is like. So usually after the infection, there's a 7 to 14 day incubation period. So that's development after the initial symptoms. So that's fever, malaise, headache, weakness. This is the beginning of the prodromal period. So that distinguishes infection with monkeypox from that of smallpox, where in smallpox you have lymphadenopathy, or swelling of the lymph nodes. So when the lymph nodes swell up, this may be generalized or localized, but that's different than monkeypox. So once the rash appears, then it could be macular, it could be papular, vesicular, or to pustular. So those are the 4 stages of lesion progression before scabbing over and resolving. So once the rash appears, this is how it evolves. So the process happens over 2 to 3 weeks, and the severity of illness can really depend upon the initial health of the person that contracted the disease, and so there's specific clades of disease. So person-to-person spread is well documented in Central African monkeypox virus. So here's some pictures showing some of the lesions. So again, incubation period, prodrome, where lymphadenopathy is actually found in monkeypox, which is different than smallpox, and then rash. So that's exanthem through the scab stage. So currently the geographic distribution of monkeypox, this is how the virus looks like under electron microscope. But the geographic distribution is currently New York, Virginia, a handful of states, Massachusetts, Georgia, Florida, Colorado, Utah, California, Washington. These are the only places with this. So here's what you should do. Here's the protocol. If clinicians identify patients with a rash that could be consistent with monkeypox, then this should be considered a possible diagnosis. And so basically, there should be a high index of suspicion for monkeypox when evaluating a characteristic rash. So if it is suspected, then the CDC Emergency Operations Center should be consulted, and appropriate collected samples then can be sent to the CDC directly. So all of these need to be tested and reported. It's being tracked, so surveillance is being closely monitored, and the only way we're going to make sure that this is not spreading is to make sure that there's a high index of suspicion in these rashes and how they are evolving. I hope this has given you some up-to-date information about this situation, and provided you with some specifics on what is going on with this virus. Thank you for listening.